Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I hope y'all had a hope y'all had a blessed, beautiful night. Hope y'all had a blessed, beautiful day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. We're gonna talk about Devin Haney being ridiculed for fighting on possibly fighting on BLK Prime. We're gonna speak about why exactly that is, and Deontay Wilder is making his comeback on BLK Prime as well, man. I definitely wanted to have this conversation because I found it interesting, in all honesty, man. And then we're going to speak about some other things that's currently going on in the boxing world, man. But if y'all could hit the like button as soon as y'all come in, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Coffee Plant. What up? Stop Motion MMA. What up? Marissa, what's going on? Smoochie, what up? I'm well, Marissa. I can't complain. Just a regular day. Went to work, got that out the way. When I got my son, went to the gym. And then we brought it back home, and now he's sleeping he's sleeping in his room. You know what I'm saying? So back at y'all, man. Ready to had them real conversations. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm highly appreciative of those that are constantly coming back. You said Tank back on Twitter. Yeah, I seen that. Running his mouth. You know what I mean? Threatening people and a little stupid shit like that. Shit that he don't even need to uh, get into for real. But I guess that's just what he does when he's in training camp. You feel what I'm saying? When he ain't got nothing else to do, that's what he finds to be entertaining. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. I can't tell another grown man what to do with his time. You feel me? Missed you not going live yesterday. I fucking overslept, man. Listen, I don't know what the fuck happened. I just laid my head down for a few seconds. I woke up. It was 1 a.m. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I take a nap before I go on live because I already be beat. By the time I get home, bro, I already be beat. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me just sometimes I'll take a quick, like a half hour nap or whatever, and then I get back in the mix. You feel what I'm saying? And then after that, I go back to sleep again. But this time, bro, I fell asleep on my girl leg. Bro, woke up and I was like, oh shit. Done had a whole 3-hour nap, bro. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Let me see what's going on. Stop Motion said that J dude do be dick riding. You know what? Yo, cut it the fuck out. So that J dude do be dick riding, but he don't deserve to be threatened. I don't know nothing about dude because I really stay away from the Twitter community. So like I wrote Tiafimo a couple times today, and just saying how much of a hypocrite he is in all honesty. And we're gonna get into that. But you feel what I'm saying? Uh but I don't really, worry about what people be saying on there and shit like that because although Twitter is very hilarious, very entertaining, it is very toxic as well. And I already had enough of toxicity in my life from my childhood to these past couple years, this past year or two. So I prefer to stay away from that, man. Like I've grown disgusted with toxic environments, and at this point in my life I just crave peace. And I feel like if something is messing with or interfering with my peace, I separate myself from it overall. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't really be too into it. I don't know who the J Kid is, but Javante, he a little sensitive motherfucker, man. What can I say? He like to threaten people to come across all tough. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a motherfucker with somebody pull a Tank card. You feel what I'm saying? Uh It's gonna be a motherfucker with somebody pull a Tank card. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But it is what it is, man. So what's on your mind? What we talking about today, man? We gonna talk about the Devin Haney situation. What else is there to talk about in the sport before I get started, man? Before I get started, what we talking about first? I seen Shakur Stevenson. In the gym getting some working with Rasheem Jefferson, fellow Philadelphia trainer. You feel what I'm saying? They said Ray Jackson got arrested. Now I do know who that is. I muted his account because he talked too fucking much. But yeah. Looking through exactly to see what I missed. Oh, this is very interesting. So speaking of Gervonta Davis, it seems like MarkMazuma is the backup opponent if anything were to happen to Lamont Roach that would prevent him from fighting on March 1st. Now that's a good replacement. You feel what I'm saying? It's always good to have substitutes in case shit hit the fan. That's what happened with Rolly and Tank when they were supposed to fight the first time. Eastside Cruz ended up becoming the replacement opponent and shit like that. And we've seen a few examples. Andy Ruiz was the replacement for Gerald Miller. You feel what I'm saying? So Mark Magsayo being a backup, that's actually a good replacement. Mark Magsayo, he's very beatable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that, he's this fucking, world-class fighter or anything like that. But offensively, he is very, very dangerous. One of my favorite offensive fighters in the sport of boxing right now, in all honesty. If he lets his hands go and you allow him to let his hands go, he could do a lot of damage and be very dangerous. Do you think Magsayo is training right now? Absolutely. He'd be dumb as hell to not train right now. If they're telling him, yo, something happened to Lamont, man, you next up. That should be enough motivation in itself. Like, shit, this might be my opportunity. Like, something may very well happen to Lamont Roach. So I need to be as ready as possible. And he got time. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. It's March 1st. It's currently January 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Fuck. This shit flipped. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost 8 weeks. 7 weeks and like 4 days. That's plenty of time. That's plenty of time to get into some decent shape. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Sayo, I think he fight at 130. So it shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that crazy to, come in at 35 in 7 weeks. No excuses. If you can't make that weight in 7 weeks, then you're not being disciplined. You know what I'm saying? You're not really living the lifestyle. You feel me? But I saw that. I thought that was pretty interesting. And Lamont Roach, obviously, I guess he's the more deserving guy because he's a world champion in his own right, and things of that nature. But Mark Magsayo, that boy ain't no joke. He's beatable, like I said. Tank could definitely beat him. But he's a threat. He's a threat for sure. Todd, what's going on? Tank let him come forward, Mexican brawlers. Well, Magsayo, I think he's Filipino, but I get what you're saying. He got that type of style. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I feel like there's something missing. There's something I'm missing out on right now. I see Carmel Moten is back against a 5-1 February 1st. That's solid. And I have to make a correction on my title because it turns out that Deontay Wilder is not fighting Stephen Shaw, but somebody by the name of Curtis Harper, who is currently 18-11. 18 wins, 12 knockouts, 11 losses, and been stopped 6 times. So obviously this is a it's a warm-up fight for Deontay Wilder. Listen, man, Deontay Wilder, in my personal opinion, I call him a shot fighter. I think that he's damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't believe that. Maybe his team doesn't believe that. Maybe they think he just need a good win to get back on the road and shit like that. So they put him in there with somebody like Curtis Harper. However, Deontay Wilder, he just ain't got it no more, man. And this is coming from somebody who is still a huge Deontay Wilder fan. You know what I'm saying? I could go check back on my history. I've been really like loyal Deontay Wilder fan, been backing his play. Yeah, I understood he wasn't the most skilled guy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do things, the way that boxers typically accepted things, but he was a pretty successful guy for the time that he had. At his peak, WBC champion, hell of a crazy ass knockout ratio, one of the hardest punches of all time, in my opinion. And this man tied Muhammad Ali for title defenses. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't take nothing away from him. Like in this era, he made a significant impact, and he is one of the greatest heavyweights of this era, one of the most dangerous fighters of this era. You said, what was Mark's last fight? Mark Magsayo. Mark Magsayo only got 2 L's. Let me see. Mark Magsayo. He's actually on a three win streak right now. You know, he lost to Ray Vargas and Brandon Figueroa. But Brandon Figueroa and Ray Vargas, they top guys. You feel what I'm saying? Both champions in their own right. So I ain't gonna shit on the man for losing to them caliber guys. I never said that MarkMazuma was this A-level fighter. I told you he's very beatable, but he's dangerous. You feel what I'm saying? So especially a dangerous style for Tank. Now Tank can take advantage of his aggressiveness and run him into shots and shit like that, similar to how he did the Rolly. But still a dangerous dude. Still a dangerous dude. Dangerous desires, bullies. What's going on, brother? Stop motion said fighting a Curtis Harper at this point in his career is crazy. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, but you gotta take. He just took two bad losses back to back, man. Joseph Parker got hurt by Joseph Parker, punched on by Joseph Parker. Definitely lost a step. Then he went in there with Zuli Zhang and still looked like a shell of himself. Got knocked out pretty bad against Zhang. And he's been pretty inactive. Since then. You feel what I'm saying? So, okay, I see what you're saying, Ty. But yeah, MarkMazuma, he game for sure. Beatable, but he's game. Like if you sleep on him, he could make it a long night for you. So that's a good replacement opponent. I ain't really tripping. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Deontay Wilder fighting Curtis Harper. It is what it is. Maybe BLK Prime couldn't afford a bigger name for him. Like I don't know what the situation is, but that seems like that's who they chose to fight. And maybe this is Deontay Wilder trying to get back in the mix. I don't know. He said he wasn't retiring. He said that if he lost to Zhang, he will retire. He lost to Zhang. Now he coming back out and saying that he's not retiring. And, I strongly encourage him to retire after his losses, man, because at the end of the day, I am a boxing coach. I come from the boxing world. And I got a good sense of when a fighter should be hanging it up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you still got something in the tank, if you're not at your peak, but you still have something left in the tank, then, you should just be a little bit smarter with who you explore as an option. However, when you are a shell of yourself or you're not doing things that you did at one point in your career that made you successful, I have a problem with it. And as a result, I don't think he should continue to go on in the sport if he really cares about his health. When we watched Deontay Wilder on the come up, it wasn't really much to him, but the one thing that he had was a neutralizer for pretty much everything, and that was that right hand. You feel what I'm saying? And he always found a way to line up that right hand. He put it behind a good jab. You know what I'm saying? He took a lot of damage in the Fury fights. I thought that was the beginning of the end for Wilder. And I think the inactivity definitely played his part as well. I just think a combination of the two really put him on a serious decline. You feel what I'm saying? And when I'm watching this dude fight, like he knocked Robert Helenius out because Robert Helenius pretty much ran into his right hand. So, a lot of people couldn't really see how much of Wilder was left because of how fast, he got rid of Helenius. However, when he fought Joseph Parker, was real mobile. Just didn't seem to want to. He couldn't find the timing on his right hand, and whenever he did let his right hand go, it didn't seem like it had the same pop. It didn't seem to have that same follow through that it once did at one point in time. It seemed like he's actually pulling back his right hand. It's almost like you could tell that his body wants to pull the trigger, but it's just not operating how it's supposed to. So when I seen that, and then I seen how easy it was to rattle him or be off balance with, a single punch, I was like, damn, Wilder was more sturdier than that, at one point in time. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm saying like his punch resistance ain't really the same. His balance not really the same. And, his right hand don't got the same steam on it that it used to. Those are all extremely red flags. Like those are the biggest red flags that you could possibly get. And then when you go in, after the Joseph Parker fight and you still under the belief that you're the same, and then you go take on Zuli Zhang, Big Bang Zhang, and you're having the same issues where your balance is all over the place. You're not sitting down on your right hand. It seemed like you scared to commit to your punches, and your punches don't got the same technique that it used to at one point in time. Bro, it's like, bro, what the fuck is going on with Deontay Wilder, bro? Like you are, and that's what you call a fighter that's a shell of himself. When they're not even doing the things, they're not even able to do the simple things that they used to do at one point in time in their career. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's like watching Floyd, right? And we haven't seen Father Time really do any damage to Floyd or make an example out of Floyd. But let's say he was still boxing at this point, right? And you know, one of the things, just like how Wilder had a beautiful right hand, Floyd's bread and butter was the pull counter, right? He'll bait you in to shoot the jab, he'll pull back and land and throw the right hand. You know what I'm saying? Let's say he's baiting somebody for the pull counter. And you know he's pulling, but he's not able to get the right hand off. Like he's just pulling, but like damn, Floyd, where the right hand at? Like what's going on? And his body isn't able to, you know, do what his brain is commanding it to do. You feel what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, that's another good example. You feel what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, when he was fighting Yordenis Ugas, was trying to bounce on his toes to get that in and out movement. His legs weren't responding. You feel what I'm saying? And he just became, you know, somebody who had, you know, very unorthodox movement and timing. You know what I'm saying? Was a sitting duck for Dennis Ugas, and he was just getting picked off as a result. So, you know, these things do happen, man. But Deontay Wilder, you know, he said he was pretty much done with boxing after the Fury trilogy. You know, something made he got a statue and his name out in Tuscaloosa, which I thought was really dope. And, you know, he said that he couldn't, you know, that gave him more motivation to box. But the problem is, you're not operating at a level that you once used to operate at, you know, and what you're doing is a lot of people, you know, they looking to make a name off of you now because they know you're not the same. So that could really put you in a position of seriously get hurt by these young dudes that's on the come up. And in all honesty, man, when you really look over the landscape of the heavyweight division, I don't see not one guy that Deontay Wilder could beat at this point in time. I don't see him beating Daniel Dubois right now. At one point, I could have seen it. You feel what I'm saying? And look, Des is making a great point. Cause I did see this. He did say his arm was broken. Maybe that's why his right hand wasn't right-handed. I see what you're saying, man. But let's look back on Deontay Wilder's career. This man done had broken hands and all types of shit many times throughout his career. He's very injury prone when you look back at his career. When he fought Eric Molina, he had a hand injury from what I believe. This man had metal rods in his arms. You know what I'm saying? And when he fought Stavern in the first fight, the fucking metal rods in his arms literally bent. So he had to get that fixed. He had third-degree burns in one fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally has been able to, you know, overcome injuries and, you know, able to be extremely resilient towards injuries that he had at the time. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if that's a legitimate excuse for me. You know, I've seen him have broken hands and still throw his right hand with maximum damage behind it. You feel me? So I don't know if that's necessarily a legit excuse because I've seen him overcome that in the past. I just think that Deontay Wilder is no longer who he used to be. And, you know, these things happen. Father Time catches up with a lot of people. And when you take a lot of damage, especially consecutively, it could be career altering. You feel what I mean? So that's just the reality of the situation, man. I hate to say it honestly because I'm a huge Deontay Wilder fan. You know, I wanted him to become undisputed and get that AJ fight, you know, and dominate Tyson Fury. But not everything really goes how you envision it. You know what I'm saying? The way you envision it, how the way God got it written down, it ain't always going to, you know, turn out how you think. You feel me? But shout out to the Bronze Bomber, man. He had a phenomenal career. For him to start boxing as late as he did, this man was a driver for Coca-Cola. He was a waiter at IHOP. You know, walked into a boxing gym, became an Olympian, become a world champion, 10 title defenses. And this man has no prior boxing experience, you know, prior to his 20s. You got to respect that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But when you look over, like I was saying, like I was making in my previous point, when you look over the landscape of the heavyweight division, I don't see anybody that Deontay Wilder beats at this point in time. I don't see him beating a Daniel Dubois. I don't see him being a Usyk. I don't see him beating Fury at this point in time neither, even with him having consecutive losses. I don't see him beating Anthony Joshua. I don't see him beating even like the young, Bacoli. He already lost to Zhang. He already lost to Parker. You know what I'm saying? So who is it that he can necessarily beat them, have an impact in the division? And when you really break it down, it just lets you know that he really don't got business boxing anymore. Because he's an elite level fighter, right? If you're an elite level fighter or have been previously and you're no longer able to compete at a high level, what are you doing? And I know that Deontay Wilder or Malik Scott might disagree with me, but the proof is in the pudding, man. I think a younger Deontay Wilder would have knocked Joseph Parker out. I remember at one point in time they were supposed to unify. The fight never happened. Joseph Parker and them went in a different direction. I think a young Deontay Wilder would have knocked Joseph Parker out. I think a young Deontay Wilder would have knocked Zhang out. Zhang would have been dangerous, but I think he would have knocked Zhang out. When you're losing the guys that you could have easily disposed of earlier in your career, that's saying something. That's saying something. You feel me? So he's coming back on BLK Prime. He's going to fight. What's his dude name again? No disrespect, man. He's fighting Curtis Harper, according to Dan, the boxing man. You feel me? So that's just what it is. That's the reality. And, I can say whatever I want. Deontay Wilder going to continue on with his career. And I wish him nothing but the best. You feel what I'm saying? I wish him nothing but the best. And I hope that he comes out healthy to, celebrate his earnings with his family. Because that's why he got into boxing in the first place, to take care of his daughter who had spina bifida. You feel me? So I hope he can, I hope her health as well. I hope his health as well. And hopefully they're, with him and the rest of the kids that he has, I don't know if he still is with his wife or whatever the case is. What I'm trying to say is I hope he gets home to his family safe and intact. You feel me? Moving forward. Yeah, Deontay Wilder has definitely got a foot in the Hall of Fame, regardless of what anybody says. Like, for you to have 10 title defenses in itself, to tie Muhammad Ali in title defenses in the heavyweight division, that's impressive, bro. That's impressive. The knockout ratio he had, his knockout, like his record in championship fights alone is impressive. You feel me? So, it is what it is. So let's get to talking about Devin Haney, because I'm warmed up right now. I was having a little bit of trouble getting into groove. But let's talk about it now, because once now we talking, right? He said this is a boxing channel, not Tinder. This nigga Coffee be tripping. That's real shit though. Y'all, you flirting with Smoochie, you don't even know what she look like. These niggas be on go, cuz. She got like a whole painting for a profile picture. You don't even know if that's a dude. That could very easily be a dude. But anyways, Devin Haney. Devin Haney, he been pretty quiet. He been pretty quiet since that controversial situation that happened with Ryan Garcia. We don't really gotta get into it. We spoke about this hundreds of times. He's getting back in the mix. He training with Nate Jones, which I love. I love the idea of that, man. I think Nate Jones is an underrated coach, in all honesty. I think he was underappreciated, when he was with Floyd Mayweather and shit like that. And he's been working. He's been sparring, from what I understand. That's what Bill Haney said. Well, he's just getting into sparring. He's training. I'm seeing him doing strength and conditioning. Round one, that's not boxing. We not gonna talk about no Young Thug and Devin's wife. That's completely irrelevant. That's that chatty patty shit. We don't do that TMZ shit over here. No disrespect to you, round one, because I know you fuck with the channel, but that's not what we really care to talk about. If it don't involve boxing, that's not something we really care to speak on. You know what I'm saying? I can give a fuck about what Devin wife doing, or who she fucked, or who she dealing with, or who she dealt with. That shit is irrelevant to me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about why Devin Haney is being ridiculed, and exactly what his next move is. And I seen the interview that Eddie Hearn had did where he was talking about, Devin Haney was asking for like superstar money. You feel what I'm saying? And he pretty much said they wasn't willing to give it to him. So, instead he's taking this offer that he just got over with BLK Prime. Now, this is my thoughts on the situation. I don't know who Devin Haney's gonna fight yet. I don't know if the BLK shit is official. I only ever heard BLK speak on it. I did not hear Devin speak on it. So as far as I'm concerned, it is not official. However, why does it bother boxing fans that Devin Haney is fighting on BLK Prime? Why does that bother? Why does that bother people that he's deciding to fight on BLK Prime? You feel what I'm saying? If Devin Haney is going to Matchroom and they're not giving him what he wants, but BLK is giving him what he wants or what he feels like makes sense, why does that bother you? As a boxing fan, why do you feel the need to criticize that? This man is getting in the ring and he's fighting, regardless of what platform he's on. You should be appreciative that this man is in the boxing ring. You feel what I'm saying? And I seen people coming out talking about Teofimo Lopez sent Dev an offer, and why would he fight on BLK Prime without accepting Teofimo's offer? First of all, y'all don't know how much BLK offered Devin Haney to even make this assumption that the Top Rank deal made more sense. You feel what I'm saying? And I just find it so crazy that people just run to believe Teofimo Lopez and believe that these offers that he sent out is real. Wasn't they just saying that Teofimo Lopez is finalizing a deal with Subriel Matias to fight in March? Meanwhile, there's other reports out here talking about how Subriel is about to fight Elvis Rodriguez for the #1 IBF title spot, for like the #1 spot, the #1 mandatory position for the IBF for Richardson Hitchens' belt. What the fuck just happened? Why do people always run to believe what Teofimo Lopez says? This nigga has blatantly admitted to y'all in several interviews. He's admitted in several interviews that he lies purposely, that he lies on purpose. He's a liar. He says he calls that pimping the media. So he comes out here and he tells y'all, "Oh, I sent this dude this offer, and I'm sending this dude an offer, and I'm sending this dude an offer." And Devin Haney goes out and tells y'all, "Bro, why the fuck would I accept it? They over here, this nigga over here fighting for peanuts. Like, I'm making real money. Why the fuck would I fight for this amount of bread?" And people like, "Oh, Dev, if you scared, just say that." Meanwhile, 24 hours later, this nigga Tio is crying on social media talking about how he's too expensive for Top Rank. Huh? So he's pretty much proving Dev's point. If Dev is telling you, "Yo, you fighting for peanuts, you ain't making no money over there. I'm over here making real money. I'm not gonna settle for that baby money you offer me." And then Tio come out and be like, "Yo, Top Rank, I'm too expensive for Top Rank." You know what I'm saying? They can't afford me type shit. You're proving Devin Haney's point. So if he's proving Devin Haney's point, why the fuck are we criticizing Devin Haney for not entertaining that offer that Teofimo sent? Not even the one that Teofimo sent. Not even the one that Teofimo sent. The one that Top Rank sent, because Tio can't send anything. You know what I'm saying? He don't run Top Rank. That's Todd DeBuff, Bob Arum, and whatever manager that Teofimo got, David McWater, and all that good shit. Let's get into these comments, man. You said Tio versus Dev won't sell out a venue. I highly disagree with that. He said, "Because I don't know how to watch a BLK Prime event." Yo, round one, you definitely a hater, because you can't use Google, nigga. You don't know how to type BLK, just like how you just type BLK Prime on this comment section. You could type that on Google, and I'm sure if you click a few times, you'll be able to find how to stream the event. So you know how to stream an event on DAZN, you know how to stream an event on ESPN Plus, but you don't know how to find a stream for BLK Prime. Make that shit make sense, cuz. Stop it. You sound crazy, bro. You just sound like you blatantly hating, just looking for a route to hate. You feel me? Like Terrence Crawford, when he was first in negotiations with Earl Spence, you know what I'm saying? They was giving him a hard time, wasn't trying to get him what he was looking for. So they was like, "Yo, either take it or leave it." So Terrence was like, "All right, I'm gonna leave it." Went on BLK Prime, knocked out David Evanesian, grabbed the quick bag, then came back to the table and was like, "What's up? Let's do something." And then he went back and got what the fuck he wanted. So I seen people criticizing Terrence Crawford about fighting on BLK Prime, but at the end of the day, if the bag makes sense, Who gives a fuck about what the network is on? Terrence Carver felt like it was a good bag. He rumbled on there. Deontay Wilder's feeling like it's a good bag. He on there. And supposedly Devin Haney about to fight on there. So obviously that bag seemed to be more entertaining than what the fuck Eddie Hearn and Top Rank was offering. Agent 007, what's going on? He said, Mark, do you think BLK offer was more than Top Rank 45-55 plus back end with the pay-per-view? I mean, I can't answer that. I mean, listen, Devin Haney hasn't even confirmed whether he's fighting on BLK Prime or not. I seen BLK Prime come out and be like, "Oh, we have a Devin Haney on our card, blah blah blah." That may very well be true, but until the fighter confirms it, I'm not gonna confirm it. You feel what I'm saying? So, look, if you're Devin Haney, right, you got offer A, B, and C. You got this offer for this much. You got the Teofimo offer. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 2.4 million with 55-45. That shit don't make any sense at all, because why the fuck, if I'm the one who has a history of selling pay-per-views and has shown to be, some sort of draw, meanwhile Teofimo Lopez has never sold a pay-per-view, why the fuck would I be the B side of the pay-per-view split? So that's already a problem right there. Then 2.4 million, no disrespect, I'm not trying to pocket watch niggas, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's enough to really entertain Devin Haney at this point. Did y'all see how much he made with Ryan? Or I think like his standard purses exceed that amount. So you're already giving them numbers that, they don't really give a fuck about. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, I don't think it's fighting Teofimo that's the problem for Dev. I think it's the offer that they sent that's a problem for Dev. Because, once they get to a certain level, we all see it. We see it all the time. Once y'all get to a certain level, the numbers got to be right. I'm sure a lot of these niggas, I'm sure Dev will fight T.O. with no problem, because you can see Devin Haney's history. He don't got trouble rumbling anybody. You feel me? So it's hard for me to believe that he'll fight guys like Loma, fight guys like Ryan, dangerous motherfuckers like that, but won't face T.O. Why wouldn't he? Not only that, I've seen this man go behind enemy lines and fight for belts, beat the nigga that beat T.O. So I trust Devin Haney's character. I highly doubt that he's scared of T.O. or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might want to smoke with a nigga. Let's say you want to let's say you got a cleaning business, right? You do residential cleaning, and this is let's say the place that you clean in is like a somewhere where fucking Michael Jackson used to live, right? And they be like, yo, bro, if I was to clean Michael Jackson old crib, bro, that shit'll be a good look, man. I could post it on social media. This shit could go viral. But they offering you peanuts to clean Michael Jackson crib. It's like, yo, it's Michael Jackson crib. But like the money that they offering, it's like, bro, this shit kind of disrespectful. I probably won't even do it type shit. I know that's a wild ass example, but y'all get what I'm saying. Good fight, right opponent, but the bread ain't right. Everything got to be in line for these motherfuckers to entertain it. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Ty. I already could tell he cooking up in the comments. He said, my thing with T.O. is why wasn't he more inclined to see what's up with the turkey bag? Why fight Devin on ESPN if you claim they're not paying you what they feel you deserve? This is exactly what I was saying earlier. I just made this point like a couple minutes ago. You on here talking about how niggas don't want to fight you, they all avoiding you, blah, blah, blah. And you send their offers. Devin like, yo, the bread that y'all niggas coming up with is crazy. It's like, ain't nobody entertaining that shit. And T.O. be like, oh, yo, you scared. And he come back the next day like, man, this money ain't enough, man. Bro, you echoing the same sentiments that Devin Haney is echoing. But you trying to make it seem like he's scared for not fighting you. Bro, he telling you it's chump change. You fucking know it's chump change because you coming out here and saying that. So it's almost like you sending these offers out here, but you low-key already know that niggas not accepting that shit. But you're trying to use that as an angle to make it seem like niggas is ducking you. Ain't nobody ducking you, cuz. Niggas is not ducking you. You sending bullshit offers. And you know these niggas, they bought their bread. You know, once they elite level guys, they don't leave no money on the table. You got to make sure that money right. Devin telling you the money ain't right. You know that, but you trying to ride this narrative that niggas is just afraid of you. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Southwest Dice. You feel what I'm saying? Now, they did say that at the time that Turkey sent T.O. the offer that he was in litigations with Top Rank and shit like that over their contract. T.O. said that he was a free agent. Bob said he wasn't. I guess Bob won that fucking lawsuit at the end of the day because T.O. is still on Top Rank. So, maybe he was caught up in some legal shit and he wasn't in camp or whatever the case is. But for some reason, we got guys like Low Nose Boxing that's coming out here talking about, oh, I don't believe Turkey sent the offer. I don't believe Turkey sent the offer, but you believe T.O.? You believe T.O.? You look at him to be more trustworthy than a Devin Haney or a Turkey Al-Sheikh? Fuck out of here. Teofimo and his daddy have historically never wanted to fight Devin Haney. Never. They do everything they can to diminish Devin Haney's accomplishments to make themselves look good. This nigga T.O. was on Twitter today. Let me actually get into these tweets that he said because I responded to a few of them, and y'all let me know if I'm tripping because I know the nation gonna hold me accountable if I'm bugging out, right? So this is the couple things that T.O. said. So T.O. Let me see. So you know how he been on this? He been talking shit. He been talking shit about Shakur Stevenson, right? He been talking shit about Shakur. Shakur wanted to hurt himself, and when he lost in the amateurs, and because of that, I don't even want to fight him because I don't want to be the reason why he hurt himself. He said that before. Then they brought it up to him again. He was like, "Oh, I got a lot of respect for Jay Prince." You know what I'm saying? So I would never fight him because I got a lot of respect for Jay Prince. That's another one. So that's two excuses right there. Two excuses right there as to why he won't fight Shakur Stevenson, right? Then, meanwhile, he going out, he making it seem like he got all this respect for Shakur and, his management team. Meanwhile, he's going out of his way to try to shit on Shakur Stevenson's next opponent, which is Floyd Schofield. Now, is Floyd Schofield the best opponent for Shakur Stevenson to fight? No, we all know that. However, when you look over the circumstances of what Shakur Stevenson has been going through in terms of opponent selection, he literally was the next best option or the most entertaining option, in my opinion. And in reality, the only ones that was really pressing to fight Shakur, Floyd Schofield and his dad was running their mouth for I don't know how fucking long until they signed the contract. They just shut the fuck up like a week ago. You feel what I'm saying? So look, T.O. comes out with a tweet. The zone post Shakur Stevenson. They said the zone debut coming soon for Shakur Stevenson. He'll be on the Better BF Bivol 2 card, Riyadh season, February 22nd, live on the zone, and they tag Turkey Al-Sheikh. Teofimo Lopez says after 16 plus months facing a prospect, and then he puts like a gif of like Seinfeld laughing or whatever the case is. And somebody wrote, "Why post this when you said yourself you wouldn't fight him?" Very valid question. Shout out to EMS Sniper J for that question right there, because it's like you talking shit about this nigga, but you don't want no smoke with him. So why would you even talk shit about him if you not even willing to have the balls to fight him? Teofimo Lopez said, "Love my men," not his man. "Love my men, Jay Prince. It's a business, and I don't burn bridge. I don't burn bridge. I don't burn bridges, you stupid motherfucker." But anyways, I wrote, you literally just contradicted yourself, as you always do. If it's a business and y'all make money together, then of course it wouldn't be a personal thing. Just say the real reason you wouldn't face Shakur. He will box the shit out of you, just like Jermaine and Sandor did. Like, just say what the fuck it is. Stop saying this because, Shakur Stevenson is suicidal. Oh, Shakur Stevenson, he's tied with Jay Prince, and I'm cool with Jay Prince. Nigga, Jay Prince don't fuck with you like that. Why he ain't signed your stupid ass when you came out the amateurs? Don't nobody know you like that. When you be in Texas, you be in H-Town, chopping it up with Jay Prince. You got mob ties, nigga. No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. Niggas don't even know you like that, cuz. Cut it out. I never even seen you train in James Prince's gym. The fuck is you talking about? Stupid as hell. You over here talking about love my man Jay Prince. It's a business and I don't burn bridges. First of all, how the fuck are you going to burn a bridge? by fighting Shakur Stevenson. Y'all niggas making money together. If anything, y'all building a motherfucking bridge. Because y'all creating generational wealth together. What the fuck is you talking about? Artman the Great, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. The Stranger. He says, Tio has some nerve talking about the Schofield fight after he chose to fight Claggett out of more important fights. Look, that's a perfect comment because, look, I said the same shit 10 hours, it says 10 hours ago. So, Teofimo Lopez completely embarrassing himself as always. I wrote, you literally fought a 35-year-old because he's talking shit about Floyd Schofield, right? Shakur chooses Floyd Schofield. He talking shit. I said, you literally fought a 35-year-old Steve Claggett who was ranked number 15 in the WBO at the time you fought him. This is facts. I pulled it up on my live to discuss it with you guys. He was ranked, he was the last ranked motherfucker in the WBO at the time he fought him. Meanwhile, Floyd Schofield was ranked much higher in multiple sanctioning bodies and one of the highest ranked contenders in the division. You're a clown. Seek help. As he should. The nigga sounds stupid. How the fuck can you talk shit about Shakur fighting Floyd Schofield when you fought Steve Claggett, bro? The nigga got like 7, 8 losses now. You was like his 7th or 8th loss, bro. He ain't deserve no shot at no fucking WBO. There was 14 niggas that was ahead of him, and you ain't want to fight Arnold Barbosa. He been chasing you around even when he was at top rank. He was chasing you around, and you told Bob, "Don't put that bum in the ring with me, Bob. Don't put that bum in the ring with me." Like, stop it, bro. Stop it. Tell you right now what the fuck Steve Claggett's record was when he fought Tio, bro. This dude record was 38-7, bro. That's fucking embarrassing. For you to be the WBO 140-pound champion of the world and fight a dude that's 38-7 and he's not a top dog in the division, you should be fucking embarrassed, bro. And he gave you a tough fight, had your shit all swollen off. He was giving you everything that was available. Raul said Kenneth Sims and other dudes is available. I remember that. And then I remember when they first announced it, people started criticizing it. So T.O. was like, oh, I don't got no opponent right now. I'm just in the gym working because he didn't like the feedback he got from it. Then he spun the block and confirmed the fight with Steve Claggett and act like nothing happened. Bro, you just lied to the people. You just lied to the people and told them you wasn't fighting Steve Claggett. You ain't have nothing lined up. The whole time, it was already set in stone. And I think Bob Arum came out that same week and said, yo, that fight good to go. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Just lying to motherfuckers, bro. I think I said something else. Let me see if I said something else. Because this should be and then I replied to him saying that it's a business and he doesn't burn bridges. This nigga T.O. says that he does not burn bridges. Meanwhile, for these past couple of days, he been doing nothing but burning the biggest bridge of his career, which is with his promoter, Top Rank. They literally have the rights to this nigga. He cannot swing a motherfucking boxing glove without their fucking consent. This nigga cannot step in a boxing ring without his consent. There's some promotional contracts that I've seen that you can't even do an interview without getting a consent from a fucking promoter. This is how much they got this nigga gripped by his balls. Pause. Got this nigga gripped by the nuts. Remember when Cat Williams had Damon with the motherfucking pliers on his nuts? That's how Top Rank got T.O. right now. His little goofy ass. I wrote, you don't burn bridges. I said, you don't burn bridges. Meanwhile, you're burning the most important bridge with Top Rank, knowing damn well they had the rights to you, and you literally can't move in boxing without their consent. You fucking fool. I just peeped some fucking weirdo responded to me. Shakur ruined his own career after that track meet and snooze of a performance. Nigga threw 4 punches the whole night. First of all, he didn't throw 4 punches the whole night. That's how I know this dude, Ray Bama, whatever the fuck his name is an idiot. And then he said Shakur ruined his career. How the fuck did he ruin his career when he left Top Rank and got a better contract with Matchroom with more money than what Top Rank offered him? This nigga about to fight on the most probably lit card of 2025. How is Shakur Stevens' career over? What do these niggas be talking about? Niggas just be talking and they don't even like think about the shit that they say. They don't, because before I put an opinion out there, I think about it. Does this make sense? Does this fall in line with this? Does this sound logical? This the shit I ask myself before I speak it out loud. You feel what I'm saying? So what you mean Shakur ruined his own career? I think Top Rank was offering him what, 3 mil? What was it, like a five fight, 15 million? I heard Eddie and them giving him 5. I heard they giving him 5 a fight, from what I understand. How's his career? How's this? Ty said T.O. habitual line stepper. How can he claim he don't burn bridges and Bob almost shelved him when he tried to go to Triller? That wasn't his fault though, from what I understand. I think that was a purse bid type joint. Wasn't it a purse bid situation where Triller won the purse bid? So they had to do the fight over there, and then that fight fell through. So then they went back to Top Rank and some crazy shit like that. Regardless, he been giving Top Rank nothing but headaches, and this is why I think they trying to. This is my little conspiracy, right? This is my little conspiracy. Hear me out. So T.O. been giving Top Rank nothing but issues since pretty much the Kambosos loss, right? Since the whole Kambosos situation, he been a thorn in Top Rank's backside, right? No, T.O. tried to go behind Bob's back. All right, I'm gonna have to tighten up on that then. I'm gonna have to tighten up on my info then. That was a little while back, so memory a little foggy. But I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to go behind Bob back on some snake shit. Okay, Ty. All right, I'm gonna take your word for it for sure. You definitely cooking up today. So this is my little conspiracy, right? Top Rank, they sick of T.O. And we all know Top Rank has a history of making examples out of motherfuckers when they try to go against the grain. And like I said, if they can't destroy you in the ring, they'll do what they can to destroy your reputation outside of the ring. For instance, Terrence Bud Crawford. I done brought up this example several times, but we'll run it back. Terrence Crawford. Bob Arum always talked about how Terrence Crawford never wanted to promote himself. How he pretty much how he's boring. He doesn't have any personality, and all of this shit, right? He's always expressed, Terrence Crawford not being the most cooperative person. And, Terrence Crawford stood shut and shit. But there was these reports that Terrence Crawford was going to move on from Top Rank after his contract expired, after the Sean Porter fight. So, Bob Arum got a whiff of that. He seen what was going on. He knew that he couldn't beat, Terrence Crawford inside of the ring. So he went and did everything he could to make Terrence Crawford look like he wasn't a draw or he wasn't a star. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, with the money I lost on Bud, I could build a house in Beverly Hills. Did all that shit, right? With Shakur Stevenson. They couldn't beat him inside of the ring. So what did he do? Try to shit on him outside? It was definitely a Thursday. So, fucking, what do they do? On the last couple rounds of the fight against Artem Harvatunyan, they showing the crowd walking out. If your main objective is to make your fighter look like a star, or you want to make it seem like they packing out the arena and shit like that, why the fuck would you dare show the crowd walking out and then talking about how the arena is empty? Why do you got your commentators talking about how they just got some coffee in case they get tired during the fight? Because their whole man, and Tim Bradley's a company man. He'll do whatever he can to satisfy his bosses by any means necessary. So if he's doing that, that's letting you know that their main objective is to try to destroy him. They built him up his entire career. They feel like they're going against the grain. They feel like Shakur was going against the grain because Shakur did an interview and they be like, "Are you going to resign with Top Rank?" He said, "Fuck no." Bob Arum and them heard that. They was disappointed. So they went on a mission to try to destroy his reputation as a result. Cool. With Teofimo Lopez, he's telling everybody that could listen that, you know what I mean, how he's being done wrong by Top Rank, how they're not paying him and things of that nature. Talking shit about Todd DeBuff, who's currently, I think, like the chairman of Top Rank. So they're looking to make an example out of him. They're trying to line him up with Dev. They send their offers to Dev. They send their offers to Boots. Now think about it, right? They send their offers to Boots. Do you think that if Teofimo Lopez was on their good side, if Teofimo Lopez was on Top Rank's good side and they were still looking to preserve his career, do you think they would even think about sending an offer to Jaron fucking Ennis? No, absolutely not. If he was in a good standings with him, if he was just taking his money, putting his head down and shutting the fuck up, they would still be trying to build T.O. They would still be trying to preserve T.O. They wouldn't throw him in Jaron Ennis's direction. They know that that's fucking lunch meat. They know that it was fucking lunch meat. They know T.O. wouldn't be able to do anything with Jaron Ennis. So that let me know, oh, they trying to make an example out of this nigga. They trying to put him deep in the motherfucking dirt. You feel what I'm saying? They put him in there. They know that he has trouble with outboxes. They sending Devin Haney an offer. You feel what I'm saying? Then they seen he had trouble with pressure fighters, with Steve Clegg. So now they trying to line him up with Subriel Matias. We see all this shit coming together, y'all. We see the certain styles that they've been trying to match up with T.O. They know that all those styles could possibly go bad for Teofimo Lopez. They're trying to make an example out of him. Teofimo Lopez is not a fucking idiot. He notices that. So he's trying to do things in order to foil their plans. That's me just being a conspiracy theorist. You feel what I'm saying? That's just my little conspiracy. I know people that deal with Top Rank. They tell me how the way Top Rank operate. So I'm pretty confident in this observation that I'm making right now. T.O. notices they're trying to line him. So he's doing everything he can to try to foil these guys' plans before he walks up out of the building. That's why he's asking, like, if he really wanted to fight the Subriels and all of that stuff, do you think he'll be looking for a way out of his deal with Top Rank? No, he wants to get rid of Top Rank altogether because he knows that they're on a mission to try to destroy him. They're on a mission to try to destroy him, y'all. And he don't want to get destroyed. He already done had a fucking panic. This man career done went and did a whole 180 after the Cambosa shit. This man Teofimo Lopez has serious insecurities. They want to cash out on their investment. Yes, they spent millions of dollars on Teofimo Lopez. And they're like, oh, now this motherfucker want to walk away after we invested millions in this motherfucker. We going to cash this nigga out and send him on his way. And if we can't cash out on you, how we plan on doing, because that's what all promoters want to do. They want to make their bag off of you before you walk away. And if they can't make the ultimate bag off you, they're going to make sure that you leave with an L. Some way, somehow. They felt that way about Shakur. They couldn't get him an L in the ring, so they tried to get him an L out the ring. Terrence Crawford, same thing. They went out of their way to try to make it seem like how these guys, you lose money with these guys, pretty much advising other promoters to not sign them. We knew that it was bullshit, but a lot of these guys would listen. A lot of these dudes is sheep. They followers. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the reality of the situation, y'all. I think T.O. sees the plot. He might have some idiot tendencies. He might say, he be talking a lot of bullshit, but one thing about him, he ain't that fucking dumb. He sees what type of time they on. He knows what they trying to do to him. They trying to foil his fucking plans and, make an example out of him. So what's T.O. trying to do? Trying to get the fuck up off of the block before the motherfuckers spin the block. You feel me? So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's just my little conspiracy theory. I've had a few conspiracy theories before in the past that have come to reality. And like I said, knowing the people that I know that have dealt with Top Rank and, pretty much conversing with them and seeing what their thoughts are, they agree with me. They agree with me, bro. I'm trying to tell you something good, but, we'll see how this shit turn out, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Teofimo Lopez had the same fate as like a Mikey Garcia with Top Rank. You feel what I'm saying? In terms of, sitting on the shelf and, battling in court for years before he ultimately becomes a free agent. And by the time, he enters free agency, he's going to be hella inactive. And, I hope that doesn't happen. Even though I don't like Teofimo Lopez, I would hate to see a talented, inactive fighter. You know what I'm saying? But that might be his fate. That might be his fate. But shout out to the 42 people that's in the building, man. I appreciate you guys very much for coming through and conversing with your boy. Hit the like button as soon as y'all come in. You feel what I'm saying? I got another good 10 minutes on here, 10 to 15 minutes. So let's chop it up, man. We spoke about Devin Haney being ridiculed for fighting on BLK Prime. Why? It's so interesting to me. It's like whatever Devin Haney do, he's an idiot. Like not from my eyes, of course. Artman the Great. Shout out to Artman the Great. He said T.O. contract is locked, ain't no way out if they signed an extension. And I heard he did sign an extension, but for some reason, Teofimo Lopez was in this courtroom talking about how, based off of his contract, he a free agent. What the fuck made you think that? Don't you got lawyers? Don't you got people that represent you? Lawyers, they should know how to read contracts, bro. And the lawyer should have told you, nah, you got some time before you release, my brother. But for some reason, Teofimo Lopez had the audacity to go into litigations with Top Rank, knowing damn well that Bob Arum is a fucking promoter. And before he's a fucking lawyer. Before he was a promoter, he was a lawyer. Don't nobody understand contracts as well as Bob Arum does. He know what the fuck he wrote on that paper. He know what the fuck that contract means, and how the way the contract moves. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck you gonna tell this 90-year-old man that got 50 plus years in the boxing game and law overall that his contract is out of order? Southwest Dice said T.O.'s lawyers work for Bob. I believe it. Like, you playing a dangerous fucking that's the dumbest shit you could ever do. That's dead ass like trying to tell Phil Jackson, you know what I mean, how to run this specific play. And he like, no, it goes this way. Nah, man, Phil, you wrong, man. No, you wrong. It's supposed to go like this. It don't go like that. Phil, like, you fucking serious, nigga? I got 11 rings, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? I know, like, I've been doing this shit my whole life. You can't tell me what I know. I think it's going to end ugly business-wise, too. And like I said, he might have a situation like, remember when Mikey Garcia was sitting on the shelf for like 2-3 years? It might be a situation like that because Bob Arum and them probably looking at it like, nigga, you either going to go down this dark path or you going to sit the fuck down and wait until your contract expires. Or at least when we feel like releasing you. And let's keep it a buck. If T.O. talking about he never came home with $1 million before, he ain't got no buyout money. He ain't got no buyout money for that contract. You know, I seen Hassan Wells on Twitter talk about how T.O. got like 5 fights left on his contract. That buyout gonna be something vicious, bro. He not gonna be able to put up the tab for that shit. And I ain't saying T.O. broke, but I don't think he got the money necessary to get the fuck up out of that deal. And, you know, with him being on Top Rank bad side, Top Rank probably going to throw a crazy-ass price on the table that they know he can't afford. They be like, oh, you want, yeah, $10 million. What the fuck? They're gonna throw a crazy-ass price that they know T.O. not going to pay up for. Yeah, bro. That's why it's best to have, and you know, this is something I agree with Low with, because me and him was chopping it up on the DM earlier. He was talking about how like T.O. really need like a PR person. And I'm like, yo, this might be T.O.'s way of like trying to get up out of the situation by running his mouth. Let me see. What? Boxing with 2-4. What's going on, brother? Hold on, let me read this real quick. Todd said Arnold Barbosa been waiting for 2.5 years, waiting for his shot to WBO because Teal petitioned and got super status just to not unify or fight the WBO champ at 47. I remember that. I remember that. He ain't want no smoke with Arnold Barbosa. And what's crazy to me, I thought T.O. could have beat him. But you know, T.O. be on his ducking shit, y'all. He trying to fool y'all. Oh, I beat Loma. I beat Josh Taylor. Oh, I'm a Hall of Famer. T.O., you are not a Hall of Famer, bro. You are not a Hall of Famer. He's like, I'm the most successful fighter under 30 years old. Bro, there's niggas that's your age that became undisputed while you was never able to do so. You the most accomplished one? Like, miss me with the bullshit, cuz. You avoiding Devin Haney so bad that you don't even want to acknowledge. You just act like the nigga never had the WBC. You walking around calling yourself the undisputed champion. Meanwhile, the history books is going to show you had 3 belts. Haney had 1 belt. You ain't want the Devin Haney problems. You went to go fight Kambosos. Kambosos whooped your ass. The Devin Haney came around the block and fucked Kambosos up twice to accomplish the feat that you claimed that you accomplished and you never did. CK Love says Haney give me the feeling that he burned bridges. Based off of what? I don't think he burned bridges at all because I heard Eddie Hearn talking to him, and it seemed like he still got a good, impression of Devin Haney. They just not agreeing on money right now. Just because y'all not agreeing on a purse at this point in time doesn't necessarily mean that y'all business sour. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that Eddie Hearn came up to Devin Haney with an offer lets me know that they're still in good business standards, for one. And 2, Eddie Hearn still wants to conduct business with Devin Haney. So I don't think he burned any bridges at all. If niggas are sending you offers because they want to go on this business venture with you. But Devin Haney feels like he's worth X amount. They offering him X an amount that he's not satisfied with. So he's going to go explore different options. The stranger said, yo, Mark, who's a more delusional fighter, T.O. or Loma? Oh, T.O. by far. T.O. by far. Loma definitely got a little delusion to him as well. You know what I mean? Because you let him tell it, he don't want every fight he lost. And he had an excuse for the Salido John. At first he was going around saying that he beat T.O. and he was going around talking about he beat Haney. So he got a little bit of, delusion in him too. But T.O. was just going around talking about how Sandor Martin went to the ER, and who was the other one? He said Sandor Martin and Kambosos both went to the ER after they fights to avoid VADA testing. So they purposely just went to the hospital just so they won't get a drug test done. And how ironic that you're claiming both of these guys are on the juice when one of them beat you and the other one beat you too, but they gave you a gift. You was literally crying after the fight. Do I still got it, bro? Shit crazy, bro. T.O. is the most. I think he worse than Ryan, yo. I think he worse than Ryan. What has Ryan done that T.O. hasn't done? They both went on racist rants. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I would say is T.O. ain't ever popped positive. But if we talk about in terms of mentality, I think T.O. a lot more fucked up here than Ryan. I'll be hearing Ryan make sense sometimes. I don't be hearing that shit from T.O., cuz. You know what I'm saying? Said T.O. might have CTE. I've been alluding to that. If y'all don't believe me, just go watch T.O. interviews before the Loma fight. I'm telling y'all, look at how the way that man used to talk. He was actually pretty well spoken, clear-minded, seemed mature for his age. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the old interviews, they all available. They on Fight Hub, Fight Hype, all that shit. Back when he was fighting like Mason Menard and shit like that. Go watch those old interviews and then watch his current interviews. They sound like two totally different people. He went from like normal to a fucking schizophrenic like this. So when I hear people talk about how T.O. might have CTE, I heard Cambosa say that shit in a tweet earlier. He said, yo, I think you got CTE from that ass whooping I gave you. And that might be some real shit. The way that how emotionally unstable T.O. is after fights and shit like that, this nigga literally was crying. Like, I had a gender reveal for my son, right? Everybody thought I was having a girl. I was the only nigga that believed I was having a boy. Right? So we shot the foam cannons. I mean, not the foam cannons. I'm thinking about detailing the cars and shit. We shooting the confetti cannons. Poof! All blue came out the motherfuckers. My son mom bursted out in tears and was crying like a motherfucker, bro. Like uncontrollably crying. Like, and this is a girl who has all these different hormones running through her body, pregnant to the motherfucking gills. T.O. emotionally was like on that level. Like, was that emotion? Nobody wants to stand in front of me. Why the fuck would they, you dumb motherfucker? Nobody wants to stand. Bro, right after the Jermaine Ortiz fight, nobody wants to stand in front of me. Nah, I don't think she wanted a girl. I just think that everybody thought I was having a girl. Like, we had people dressed in like, we had like pink ribbons and blue ribbons. The pink ribbons was all over the place. But I saw my son ultrasound. I saw what I saw in terms of like his private area. I already knew I was having a boy. But nobody believed me. Claggett stood in front of him, yup, and had his shit on dubs. I remember that. By the way, don't look at me like I'm crazy. I'm the only one in the crib that drink V8, so I just drink it out the motherfucking John. It is what it is. Don't nobody else drink it. You seen the clips of the teddy bear sparring? Yeah, that was it wasn't teddy bears, it was like babies. We had babies boxing in the ring. We had one boy baby and one girl baby. And they fought to a draw. So I'm like, first of all, I had nothing to do with the choreography behind that. So I'm thinking, I seen the girl drop. I'm like, yeah. Then I seen the boy drop. I'm like, oh, fuck no. And they both fell and nobody got up. I'm like, huh? What the fuck? Then they was like, oh, this ain't going to tell you what the gender is. This is what's going to tell you. And they pulled out the confetti cannons. I'm like, oh, my God. I was skitzing, bro. I was like, nah, man. I was scared I was going to see pink come out that motherfucker. Trust me, I don't got nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with girls. You know what I mean? I was the only boy in my house. I grew up with all girls. And my dad, majority of his kids are girls. You know what I mean? My mom's side, majority, I'm familiar with women. I know how to talk to them. I know how to deal with them. But I wanted a boy first. I said it since I was little. If I ever have a kid, I want my first child to be a boy. So I was like, I'm shaking. I got a million motherfucking thoughts running. I was going to be happy. True, man. Just When I seen that blue, oh yeah, I lost my mind. I forgot where I was at for like 20 seconds. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with the Wi-Fi. My fault. But we back. We back. um, yo, I remember this shit. T.O. had the nerve to really say his son doesn't need a jab. Nigga, everybody need a jab. And whoever didn't have a jab ended up needing it further down the line. The fuck is you talking about? Like idiots. Roy didn't need a jab when he came up, right? Then what happened towards the later part of his career? A fucking jab would have been real useful, right? Fuck out of here. That's the most important punch in boxing. You talking about you don't need it. Fucking idiot. That's how you know he ain't no fucking boxing coach for real. Who say that? Who the fuck says that? You don't need a jab. What coach would tell you you don't need a jab? Not one coach on this fucking planet should be telling you that. On some real shit. On some real shit. That jab, the reason why you lost to Cambosis, nigga. That's one of the biggest reasons why you lost to Cambosis. Because Cambosis sitting there staying relaxed, boxing you, running you into shit, and all you doing is jumping into hooks, leading with right hands, jumping into left hooks. And this nigga just treating you. Boxing with 2-4 says, besides the jab, what's the second most important fundamental skill to learn? I'm going to say your feet, because your balance is everything, right? So in reality, how the way the old school coaches, some of the greatest coaches ever, when they build fighters from scratch, you know, they start from the ground up. You know, if your feet aren't coordinated, if your feet aren't down properly, for you to build a solid structure, it starts with the foundation. So I think in all honesty, I think the jab and your foot and your footwork go hand in hand, man. You know, because when you crossing your feet, that could be detrimental to your boxing ability. When you don't know how to take a step backwards, that's detrimental to your boxing ability. If you don't know how to take a step forward when you punch, that could be detrimental. So, you know, knowing how to step to the right, knowing how to step to the left, how to pivot around an opponent, you know, moving to your right, moving to your left. You know what I'm saying? I think that's, you know, just as important as your jab. You got to think about it. If your footwork not together, you're really taking away from your jab. Because when you shoot your jab, your hands and your feet go together. Unless that person is like right at the range that you want them at, you know what I mean? You need a step behind your jab. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like if your footwork not together and your foot stuck in the mud while you jabbing, you taking away from the capabilities of how far your jab can go. Your feet need to be together, people. That's all I'm saying. I think your footwork, you know, I feel like if you got good footwork, everything else will come together pretty well. Depends on style. Tank don't need a jab. Tank don't need a jab. Yeah, if you Tank don't need a jab is crazy. Why don't Tank need a jab? Because of the styles he been in there with lately. Didn't he utilize a good jab against Isak Cruz? Am I tripping? Who has the best footwork at 140? Devin got good footwork when he used it. Hitchin's footwork is all right. Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin move a lot though, man. You feel what I'm saying? He said you don't hide in basements like that crackhead. That's funny. Coffee be talking crazy. Okay, you got recommended from Smoochie. Shout out to Smoochie. I appreciate that. Word of mouth goes a long way. Shakur not at 140 though, EA. Sandor Martin move a lot though. Like that's like his main game. You feel me? But I'm gonna say Dev. I'm gonna say Devin. Whenever he feel like using it, not the Devin that fought Ryan, but typical Devin. He got good footwork. Ortiz got good footwork as well. Richardson Hitchens, whenever he need to use it. Smoochie, how did you find this channel, Smooch? How did you find this channel? I appreciate you recommending me. How did you find this channel though? Was you just scrolling through? You see me? That's why it's important to get the likes up, y'all. We get the algorithm on the up. We pop up on people's home pages, and we get new people from there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's really important that you guys hit the like button. My hair looking crazy. My birthday this Saturday. I gotta make sure I get this shit cut. She was scrolling on the low. This nigga Ty be tripping. The search. Oh, she found me on the search bar. Oh, okay. You probably just typing some random boxing shit and I came up. That's what's up. Haters be watching, not liking Mark. Bro, you gotta understand, they do like me. They do like me. You feel what I'm saying? Because think about it, y'all. How often do y'all give y'all energy to niggas y'all don't like? Cause I know if niggas truly didn't like me, it wouldn't be this many people watching me right now. You feel what I'm saying? So they fuck with me. They just don't know how to accept me. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that should be. Yeah, I seen they announced the Keyshawn and Barron check card, bro. That's what's up. Jared Anderson coming back on that John, from what I understand. So there's some good shit going on. I'll be right back, y'all. My bad, y'all. We good. My son ain't got his pacifier, so he a little having trouble going to sleep. Trying to get him into like self-soothing, you know what I'm saying? He said I'm trying to see Dennis Thompson again. Dennis Thompson definitely nice. He got a lot of potential. I remember him from the amateurs. So what we talking about before we get up out of here, man? I did say 10, 15 minutes, but I'll give y'all another 5. Let's go. What we talking about? Michael Angeletti. Woo-wee. Michael Angeletti, a monster. I hope that kid really get the spotlight he deserved. That motherfucker could fight. That's a slept-on one right there. You know who I was kind of talking about a lot, and I'm disappointed that he, kind of sizzled out a little bit. There was this kid named Money Powell. Money Powell the fourth, I think. He from out like Atlanta or something like that. This kid was phenomenal in the amateurs, bro. Had so many fucking knockouts. Bro, this kid, and then like I seen like he fought, came up short. I was like, damn, they was moving him too quick. And then I think he ended up losing again. I'm like, damn, bro. It's disappointing, man. Money Powell, he was looking like he was going to do some crazy shit. Prospect we trying to see more of. Yeah, I gotta see this kid from Philly. His name is Rasheed Brown, bro. They call him Sugar Sheen. S.H. Rasheed. So he trained out of Schuler's out in West Philly. Rasheed Brown. That kid, he got one loss. I mean, they put him in there with a crazy fight real early in his career, but that kid, nasty. Sugar Sheen, Rasheed Brown, nasty. I'm trying to tell you. Now Zim Richardson was talking about how, he gonna be the goods. Marcus Luther, I seen Marcus Luther. He lost to Salim Bey from Philadelphia, bro. Salim Bey was just at the award ceremony that I was at on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, where he got like amateur fighter of the year and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There's these Dominican brothers that's training in Philly. I don't know exactly. I know they've been training with Boozy and them. I don't know. I don't think they train under Boozy. I know they be around them though. They like the Cedeno brothers. Bro, them niggas, they've been shaking up these boxing gyms in Philly, bro. Let me see if I can find these little niggas. So they both Dominican kids. I think they only a year apart. One of them 25, the other one is 26. One of them is 10-0 with 9 knockouts. And the other one name is, I'm sorry, wrong one. Is Yuri Cedeno, and then it's Henry Cedeno. Henry Cedeno is 15-0 with 11 knockouts. Dog, these niggas have been fucking wilding in these gyms. They've been wilding in these gyms, bro. And I heard one of them had a sparring situation with Shakur. And had Shakur, on his Edwin De Los Santos Nakatila shit, just running all around the ring. Yo, Anonymous, what if I told you, let me see if I can find this fucking picture, bro. What if I told you that I watched the Granny twins come up from the very beginning? What if I told you that my dad used to help train the Granny twins when they was babies? What if I told you that? Would you believe me? Would you believe me if I told you that, brother? Let me try to find this proof real quick. I got pictures with the Granny twins when they was babies, but they dead. Let me see. I got my Google Drive right here. Hey, I've been around, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all something good. I done been around. I know a lot of these niggas. If they in Philly, bro, they low key. It's hard to get past me if you in Philly and you box. If you boxed before and you was in Philly, it's a good likelihood that I knew who you were. Let me see if I can find this shit. Cause I got a lot of old shit on this Google Drive. I'm gonna show y'all this. What part of yo Ty? Where you be at? I didn't know you was from Philly. Where you be at? I got a picture of me and my pop with the Granny twins. I was doing strength and conditioning. We was like, I think we was like sitting on a tire or something. Yo, this Google Drive got some wild shit on it. From when I was a young boy. This shit go crazy. Okay, what gyms you be at, brother? Let me know. Cause I don't really be at other gyms all like that. But fucking from CMD. What? Camden? Oh, you talking about Camden? I had to think about that real quick. Oh, all right, yeah, Camden right now, right there. Yeah, right down the block, brother. Damn, why I can't find this fucking picture? I'm trying to find out where this shit is at. Yo, I really got some wild shit on this phone, guys. This shit crazy. Yo. So you box too? Dog, look at my old pound for pound list, bro. Is this like an old pound for pound list? Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, Rigo, Canelo, Triple G, Mikey, Thurman, Loma, Andre. That's when I was young, though. I ain't know no better. I think I was just listing my favorites. I really got pictures of my first ever girlfriend on this joint. This shit crazy. Back when I used to work at ShopRite. Damn. Gotta find it. Mark Unk status now. Hey, you say RIP Mikey. What's the question marks for? Ain't nothing happened to Mikey, y'all. She probably just saying that because he retired. I remember Mikey cursed me out on IG one time, bro. I was sick. I was like, damn, I'm a big fan of Mikey, bro. Because he was shouting out everybody, right? And I kept typing North Philly in the comments, North Philly in the comments. And he kept skipping North Philly. I'm like, damn, dog, why you keep skipping North? He said, ain't nobody fucking skipping North Philly. He said, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, damn, Mikey, what the fuck? Mikey was pissed that day. I was like, damn, nigga. I'm a fan of you, bro. You're one of my favorite fighters ever. This one I had to have that clean shave for the amateurs. Let's go, champ. Yeah, they ain't allowed no beards, nothing. Oh, there it go. There it go right here. What I told y'all niggas. What I told y'all niggas. Let's go, champ. Who them? Who them? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was out in Glen Olden, out in Delaware County. That's where I used to train at. Yeah. That shit crazy. Look at them Grandy twins. Look how little they was. We was around because my dad had that. My dad had his brim up all high because he used to ride the motorcycles and shit. But yeah, bro. Look at that. Crazy how that shit worked, right? They probably only had like a handful of amateur fights at the time, if they even had amateur fights. Crazy. They probably would even recognize me now because they so much older and been through. They moved to Texas too, so then when they got older, they ended up going to another gym. They ended up going to like, was it Fast Lane? It was either Fast Lane or Loyal Boys. No, I definitely ain't had no beard. That's how my shit used to have to be for the amateurs, though. I think that was my USA boxing pick, too. Shit crazy. I look a lot older with the beard. My IG right there at the banner, bro. MarkMazuma. At MarkMazuma, the first one. I don't look like no fucking Ortiz. Nah, I ain't eating marshmallows. Me and them mini powdered donuts. Let's go, champ. All right, but told y'all niggas, yo, this I gotta delete this Google Drive because it's a lot of sin. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of sin. But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, let me answer an anonymous question real quick. He said, does Edwin De Los Santos return in 2025? He was inactive all 2024. Shit, I hope so. He is young, but he's not that young to be sitting around waiting for an opportunity to come. He need to get his ass back in the gym if he hasn't been already. He needs to get, a couple fights to get himself back in the groove, that he needs to get himself right back in title contention because, he shouldn't have been inactive after the Shakur Stevenson fight. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't take any fucking damage. He should have got right back in the ring within months. But, I think he's in line with PBC. PBC got their own model where these guys being active for a crazy-ass amount of time for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. He needs to be active. Does Edwin De Los Santos return?
He has to. He has to. You know what I mean? And I've been seeing his team, on Mill City Boxing talking crazy. Niggas got to get fights and niggas got to keep that shit pushing, man. But until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night, man. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow. Might even drop a video depending on, what drops tomorrow in terms of news and shit like that. But until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out of here, man. Peace.